Welcome everybody to the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. Your home for all wrestling, everything wrestling. Who's this guy? First off, Henry, where have you been? Hello to you, Henry. How you doing? And secondly, welcome back, Eggy Soto.
What's up?
You look like 3 shades darker. Your beard looks more fuller. Got a haircut. Looks like you've been on for a while. Yo, Henry, what's up with your boy here? We here
back from
freezing
Puerto
and heating
Rico.
up in New York. He in Puerto Rico enjoying himself.
I mean, listen, what can I say? You know, I need that vacation.
Henry's working 35,000 jobs. You won't be on vacation. Here I am sitting here just chilling.
Sorry. I apologize, but I'm back.
You're back. Henry's back. We're all back. We're all ready to go. First off, how were your guys' opinions on Mania?
Night 1 was rough. I'm going with the consensus. Night 2 was definitely an improvement. But you can tell the difference between both. I personally believe, yes, the whole day 1, day 2 is a cash grab. They need to go back to doing one night.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not. That's the reality. And that's why their product will suffer, but they just need to go back to doing one day.
I agree. I agree too. I think it's like the first night was just very weird for me. Like it just seems like the product is like sort of stale and you didn't have a lot of matches. You could have put a lot of matches on that card, and they opted not to. So it was just weird to me. Like we know night 2 blew out the water from night 1, but is this like going forward? You're gonna have 2 nights and one night stink like that? That's gonna piss off a lot of wrestling fans. A lot of loyal and casual fans are not gonna want to go. I'll be honest. Yeah. Casual fans are fans, whether they go often or not. They're still fans. They know their base. They know what they want.
Yeah, I mean,
they're the ones that bring you the most. They're the ones that bring you the most money.
Yeah, exactly. They know that wrestling fans are going to eat it up. They're going to go, regardless to the shows and whatnot. But the reality is just that night 1 was, I wouldn't say a complete disaster, but it just didn't work out. And then night 2, it was done properly well. It's just I felt like it was too quick, too fast, right? And most of the Mania matches, again, they were kind of short. It was just more of like commercials and kind of like
adverse.
Yeah.
Moments. There was a total, I think, of an out of 40. It was combined 48 minutes of actual wrestling. And there was like almost an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of commercials in night 1.
Yeah,
I think I don't want to say the exact number. I think that's the exact number of what it was. It was less. It was twice.
That sounds even worse to say it out loud.
Twice as much commercials as it was actual wrestling.
Yeah, again, it was just like, and the commercials were long. It was like I remember Henry put in the group text, was like, "Yo, like, what's up with these commercials? Like, they're taking forever." And the reality is,
it was diabolical when it said WrestleMania will be right back. I was like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah.
It was like, hey, they're gonna be right back. I was like, "This is a premium show. You don't fucking tell your fans in the middle of a movie, oh, we're gonna be right back." Like, motherfucker, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. TKO. We'll talk about it later on, but TKO has there's a lot of input in regards for that, and just like, damn, bro, like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, what's the whole gimmick? But I figure everybody's been away for a little while, so I figured it'd be good to have their inputs on it. I know night 2 was fantastic. Roman Reigns had his first 5-star match of his Mania tenure. He's been to 11 Manias. He's main evented, I think he said 11 Mania matches. He's main evented 5. And out of the 11 matches,
I think his Cody.
I was about to say. I thought the one with both were 5-star matches.
So
the second one probably be Meltzer's 6-star. Honestly, just storytelling.
Oh, could be. So how do you want to break it down? So this boy Meltzer said, "Yeah, Roman Reigns got his first 5-star match at Mania." I was like, "Oh, interesting."
Yeah.
So, it was it was a lot of TKO involvement for the first time, and I don't know if everybody's ready for a
Yeah,
continued.
you can just tell the difference. You can tell where they want to focus on actual wrestling the way AEW does.
Yeah.
And when AEW does their pay per views, their PLEs, whatever you want to call it, you can see the amount of wrestling that's put and the amount of thought that's being put. As opposed to WWE, it was just more of all right, how are we going to generate more money than we already have, right? And I think WWE was just focused on like moments instead of let's create like this great wrestling show. You know what I'm saying? So, that unfortunately that's the reality of it.
How'd you like Speed's debut?
It was dope. It was dope. I mean, I get sometimes it could be frustrating for wrestling fans to be like, oh, look, there's a celebrity and blah, blah, blah. But Speed actually wasn't that bad. And the fact that, he, did a splash on Logan Paul at the announce table, like, no, that was spot on. Like those are kind of like, we don't want to see, we'd rather see celebrities do that than a backstage segment of Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
And
then do one little thing at the end of the main event.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Go
get him, Cody. Come on, man. Like,
and Speed is entertaining. He has a big fan base. Jelly Roll is a musical artist, but him in wrestling, I don't know. It just doesn't click for me. But, the way wrestling has clicked for Logan Paul, it's been perfect. The way it worked out for Speed during Mania season, it worked out amazing. But you guys have other celebrities, right? Where you try to incorporate Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee into the WWE Championship match, and it's like, really, like, they don't need to be involved. Listen, if they had beef, you could have had a celebrity one-on-one match between Jelly Roll and McAfee, but to have them involved in one of the most pivotal,
or even a tag match,
it was a tag match supposed to be. Well, it was supposed to be for Backlash, right?
I think McAfee just.
He's like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, he just cut the. I mean, according to reports, he just cut the plug because he saw the way the fans were turning on him and the storyline. And could you blame him? I mean, like, the fans were not into it at all because Pat McAfee in this storyline with Orton and Cody made absolutely no sense.
No,
it just didn't.
Yeah, it was dumb booking, last minute bullshit booking.
Yeah,
completely rushed.
Yeah, and the match is weird. The match overall was weird. I mean,
after the whole bullshit in the beginning, once that ended, all right, cool. Now we're starting. But you took 20 minutes of a whole bunch of back and forth.
Yeah.
Like it was just weird. My last day in WrestleMania, Henry, how'd you feel about probably the best thing they did was having the first hour of both nights free on ESPN? Knowing everybody's like, okay, like go buy the PLE app right after. Don't worry about it. But how'd you feel about the night 1 and 2 being an hour free?
I mean, those are the best matches, the free ones, to be honest with you.
You think so? Well, night 2, the Fenton Lesnar match was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, so was the ladder match too.
So yeah, of course they put 2 banger matches, free so that people could be like, oh, I want to see more of this. Let me like
free $99 free. Yeah. You have to pay shit.
Like let me sign up.
Free?
Yeah.
When was ESPN ever free? When is wrestling ever free anymore? It's ridiculous. So yeah, those are my 2 cents on let me not take any more space and time, if you will. Let's get right into things, shall we?
Yeah. So let's get into the biggest story this week, and that was the post WrestleMania WWE releases.
Yeah.
it's something it's kind of like inevitable. You know it's going to happen every year around
Yep,
the
every year.
same time. It's just who are the unlucky people who
What do they call it? Isn't it called like Black Friday
Yeah,
or Dark Friday, something like that?
I don't know. It's some shit. I know that it usually happens at the end of the week when they do the releases. From what
Yeah.
I remember, it's usually the close of business day, so it's effective basically immediately.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually diabolical, but
Soto's boy Aleister Black is gone, along with his wife Zelina Vega. Which, by the way, did you hear what happened to her on stream? She was on stream when it happened. She got the call at 5:00. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Stanford calls, so like WBHQ.
Yeah.
The phone call, the ID says TKO, and they just randomly, hey, like, like you're done, like blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and then she had she had a beef with
Uh-huh.
Sean Ross Sapp because like he broke out. I think he and other dirt sheets broke out the news, but she
Before she even got a phone
yeah,
call.
like she wanted to do it herself, and could you blame her? I mean, emotions are going everywhere once you like get a call that you're no longer employed, right?
yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna list the names of the main roster people who got released. So it was Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Kairi Sane, Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Santos Escobar, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, Apollo Crews, and then the rest were NXT talent. Now, out of this list, I'll tell you right now, the most surprising one, it's definitely, and it's not a biased thing. It's definitely Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, and it's Kairi Sane. And
Considering
maybe
the fact that both of them were involved in a WrestleMania feud,
Main event.
it led up to it. Going to the chamber, Aleister Black was involved in a couple of main event situations with both Cody and Orton. He had a main event on SmackDown before the chamber.
Yeah, I mean,
He was supposedly rumored to be the spot that McAfee was in too.
Yeah, the reality is that Triple H was high on Aleister Black in the pairing of Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, but TKO wasn't. So TKO used their control, and boom, they both get canned. And then Kairi Sane made
I wonder why.
Kairi Sane made no sense when she
since we had that program for a year, we asked on her. They've been teasing it.
And we were going to get a program where Sane like flips out and has enough of Asuka, and then there was that feud between them two, and then the whole story with the Motor City Machine Guns, who were rumored to start a faction with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. Now that's up in smoke. It just is. I think the Wide Six, that was.
Why'd you sign the Motor City Machine Guns to be the anchor of your tag team division? If
you're I just think I just think they didn't want to do it. I mean, they didn't want AEW to sign them, and then now AEW. I think AEW is going to jump the gun on them. AEW is going to jump the gun on Kairi.
Probably.
Yeah, and then the Wyatt Six.
Well, with Kairi is the Mercedes connection. That's definitely
Mercedes and Kenny Omega, because Kenny Omega did say like if there was a woman in WWE he would love to sign, it would be her. So
that's true.
The reality with Alba Fire. Again, I hate how they changed her character and made her look weak because she was phenomenal in NXT UK. And that transition to then NXT, it worked, but then obviously once you get the call up, it's like you don't know what to expect, and that really affected her and her character. So it's unfortunate for her. Zoe Stark, she was injured, and I think she was rehabbing on her way back, and then next thing you know, she's let go. Santos Escobar, they just re-signed, right?
He's going to AEW or to a.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a while for Santos Escobar, but I think he could be AEW bound. I mean, he's currently nursing an injury, but he's definitely, I think, AEW bound. So is I think the Motor City Machine Guns. I think Dexter Loomis, the whole Wyatt Six. I'm not sure where each of them are gonna go. I think if there's one who may go to AEW, it's probably Joe Gacy.
You think so? Not
Yeah.
Lucas?
Yeah, no, I see Loomis going back to TNA. I feel like that's a proper fit. I mean, and he's been in TNA, so
Right.
and then Kari, I think AEW, and then the biggest question mark is Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. I don't know.
Do you think the YS6 was used
TNA.
off trying to make money off the back of
Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt? Do you think that was?
I don't know. I think. Listen, their debut and all the vignettes leading up to their debut, I thought WWE had something so
really good.
Yeah, something unique, something like you never expected, right? But just the fact that they couldn't properly what's it called?
Utilize
them. Thank you. There was just no, and the whole feud with the MFT, like you saw, like they had nothing for the White Six. They had no faith, nothing, absolutely nothing. So them being released, it sucks. I'm just not surprised that they released them. But yeah, they should have been better. They should have been better utilized.
I think they cashed grab to Bray Wyatt. I think that's probably the most fucked up part about it. I think that's
well, then they made a whole attraction in Universal for them, so it just
Now, will they stick around together and join a new promotion? Who knows? I mean, listen, they can all join. I see them all possibly joining. Like if they stick together, that's what I meant. If they stick together, I can see them joining TNA. I don't think signing all of them to AEW will work
as the YS6.
No, it would be something completely different.
Six.
Yeah, maybe. But I think that was a lost opportunity. And again, like I don't know, I never, like, after a while you just couldn't like buy into it. Like as much potential as they had together, you just couldn't. Yeah,
couldn't find it.
It was kind of like a lost cause, after a while. And it's unfortunate because coming again, their debut and their everything surrounding them in the beginning, it was just so phenomenal, and it just faded completely.
Right.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, now, so that being said, with the releases, let's get to some call-ups. With some negatives, get some positivity in here now.
Yeah. So now, there's been a whole bunch of call-ups to the main roster, and usually when there's a call-up, it's a good thing. But then there's also, the negative. It's like, all right, how are they going to utilize you? Are they going to utilize you the same way that you were utilized in NXT? And we know that that's never the case. So we start off with Monday Night Raw, in which we had Sol Ruca officially moved to the WWE Raw roster, challenging Liv Morgan in a match, only to be interfered by Zarya. Now, we don't know if Zarya is getting the call-up. I think it was just maybe just the interference that set up the last woman standing match on NXT. But Sol Ruca is officially on the Raw roster. My favorite call-up, Ethan Page, all ego, debuted on Raw after confronting Javon Evans in the back. And now he has his eyes set on the IC championship. So we might get a fatal four-way between Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Penta, and Rusev. So all four guys have all four guys are in that IC championship match, I guess. Then it was announced that Joe Hendry was announced as a Raw superstar, and he will debut on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw in a concert segment. So
he didn't appear.
Nobody called his name.
He's probably gonna be a upper mid card guy. I can see him upper mid card.
When he appears.
Well, he's appearing this Monday night.
Cool. There you go.
So again, we'll see how this is probably just going to be like a an introduction to him in the main roster and just trying to get him over even more with the crowd. So now on SmackDown, we have several call-ups as well. We have JC Jane and Fatal Influence. So again, that's a faction to look out for in the women's division going further in SmackDown, right? Also, we have Blake Monroe. They showed a vignette of Blake Monroe.
It's Henry's girl right there, Blake Monroe.
And,
Miss Monroe to you, Soto, by the way.
And Blake Monroe, I like a matchup between her and Rhea Ripley. I think that's money right there. I don't think she's going to face the world champion right away, but I think that's a good matchup. And later it was
it's gonna be her. Honestly, it's gonna be her versus Tiffany. I think that's what they're leading to.
It's Tiffany time.
And then Ricky Saints, who they showed a vignette of Ricky Saints going to debut for the SmackDown roster next Friday night.
So Henry, everybody mentioned best call-up or worst call-up. Which ones? You pick one.
I don't think any of them is worse. I think all of them are good for their purpose. Probably the best one would probably be So Ruka to probably Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine is Ethan Page.
Yeah, Ethan Page is solid too.
Yeah. What was yours, B?
If I say his name, he has to appear.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
You need money. You need money, and honestly, like especially being on SmackDown, just think about it. Think about the interactions with Joe Henry and R-Truth, Joe Henry and Danhausen.
I mean, if
money,
if they build Joe Henry the way that Danhausen is being built right now. Because I think what they're doing with Danhausen is
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's smart.
Henry, you saw what he did to the Mrs. House? He knocked on the door. I think he splashed Bruce some dirt and took his daughter's bike and took off.
And you know what's crazy? Like, look at the kind of if you compare the moment Danhausen arrived in WWE, where it was heavily criticized because it was like,
who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. Either that, or I mean, even though we know who Danhausen is,
the cat would him as the call.
But a lot of people but a lot of people were like quiet. The fans to now, where like whether it's a backstage segment, whether it's an in-ring segment, whether it's a match, like, and credit goes out to the Miz because he is playing his role beautifully with this whole Danhausen thing. I just, I love, every time he curses, a superstar and something immediately happens. So,
yeah, he cursed the fucking Knicks, by the way. We gotta don't curse Stephen A. Smith. Don't curse.
And if they lose tonight, that Chris is real.
Yeah, if it does happen, yeah. I will go and get a Danhausen fucking cape and like, yo, time to paint my face and be fucking.
He's gonna walk around doing the poster like, you are. Curse.
Yeah, I want to pull it. I said, "Oh, I can't get a raise." Curse. It's over. I will throw a fucking fit. You have no idea.
But yeah, we're not sure if there's going to be more, call-ups. I mean, if there were, more call-ups, right? You can throw out names maybe like Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, maybe Zarya. But I think those are three names maybe for next year.
I think Jay is probably be a little longer than that. I think she wants to be as accomplished as all the other top tier female wrestlers on NXT before they came up. I think there'll be some time for that to actually happen. But I do agree.
I think she's going to try to go for that NXT championship before she goes up.
Oh, and another one, Tatum Paxley.
Tatum Paxley might be up sooner than we all expect.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. With everything that's been happening, with WWE, there's a lot of heat towards Triple H, and the way shows are being built or whatnot, right? But it may not be Triple H's fault. So
Nope.
rumor has it that TKO executives are having full WWE creative control.
Nope. It's not no rumor. It is a confirmation, confirmed from a seminar in the University of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Alabama. Was it Roll Tide? Ain't none but the tide. You feel me? But yeah, it came out and said that he told a University of Alabama class that TKO has full control over WWE creative.
Yeah.
So apparently, in that seminar, he spoke about the ideas of
He basically like said it right. And then I think according to Dave Meltzer, I mean, again, I don't. No, I said according to.
Okay, of course he said Dave Meltzer.
According to
TKO CEO Ari Emanuel and Mark Shapiro do have the final say over creative decisions.
So they're talking about more Logan Paul, more Pat McAfee. The idea of bringing Mark Wahlberg into the fold, obviously Jelly Roll and other people they want to get involved with WWE, and it's a they're willing to use it as a quote unquote growth strategy if it means alienating part of the fan base. So the question for me to you guys is give me a guesstimation of a growth strategy to the part of the fan base. Give me a number. 10% of the fan base, 20, 30, half the entire fan base. Like if you give me a number, I say like maybe a fifth of the fan base will not be happy about the decisions that TKO is going to make going forward.
A fifth?
I'm going to say 20%.
Oh, yeah. You might want to increase that by like 70.
You think the entire fan base is going to be so?
I honestly think so. Because, all right, so the belief was that, okay, TKO was the one who brought in Pat McAfee. Let's use this perfect storyline, right? So they brought in Pat McAfee, right? And they're like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna have Pat McAfee. Hey, let's also bring in Jelly Roll, right? And we can have the both of them compete in tag matches at Backlash, which is in Tampa, right?
That was the goal.
Right, that was the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And due to the overwhelming fan backlash, right? The whole alliance between McAfee and Orton, it didn't even survive. What was it, like a month? Like it was just quick, right? And again, like McAfee isn't stupid. He actually listened and sees what people wrote and said, and it's like, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and people are not feeling this.
I'm out.
Yeah. So obviously, he removed himself from WWE programming now, which kind of like explains why Orton RKO'd him at Mania.
That being said, his intro, his entrance was great. Yeah. He goes, oh, you fucking suck. He told another fan, fuck you, fat boy. I loved it. It was so ignorant. It was so Pat McAfee. They booed him because of what TKO was doing. They didn't boo him because of him. But he and then he came out with a full neck brace.
He lives the part, But again, it's like the whole alliance between McAfee and Orton, it made absolutely no sense. Like
you should have waited until after Mania to create something.
Yeah, you could have had Orton align himself with somebody else, but again, with McAfee, it just made zero sense. Like, I know Pat McAfee is better as a heel than he is a babyface, but again, it made no sense. And to be honest, like that was probably going to be your Backlash main event. Orton and McAfee against Jelly Roll and Rhodes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Again,
Henry's a big Jelly Roll fan.
like
Nah,
there's some
Love his
celebrities.
it was stupid placement, honestly.
There's some celebrities where like WWE hits it out of the ballpark, right? In terms of like building them up for a match or segment wise, right?
Paul, like those are two of the best as of right now. Speed's been fantastic.
You know, so the whole thing with Jelly Roll, it was like, okay, he's there, and nothing against Jelly Roll. It's just like I don't know. For me,
it made no sense. It made no sense.
Thank you.
He wants to be a wrestler so bad. That's probably the one thing. Like apparently they came out and said when he was done at NXT, it was like, yeah, like this guy, like he puts the mats up, he cleans the mats, he does everything the way a guy who actually wants to be involved in the business does. So it's not like he's there for a paycheck. He wants to be there. He wants to be a legitimate wrestler. He wants to do that at some point.
Yeah. So
it's not like I wouldn't call him going the Jericho route because Jericho was an artist while he wrestled. This guy's an artist. This guy is a artist trying to be one, trying to be a wrestler. Chris Jericho was a wrestler trying to be an artist, and as we all know, Fozzy is a very successful rock band that he has. So, but he went there after the fact. Jelly Roll's an established artist trying to become a wrestler.
Right.
So it's kind of different.
That's right. That's different.
All right. So one of the most shocking moments in WrestleMania was the post-match segment between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, where Brock Lesnar is all alone in the ring and starts taking off his gear. Question is Brock Lesnar really done?
I say yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they would have him put his gear down to have him come back again. It makes no sense.
Like everybody knows when you put your boots, when you put your gear in the middle of the ring, you walk out. That's it. And for the first time, you actually got to see the true side of Lesnar. The WWE fan base never got to see the real Brock Lesnar on wrestling TV. You got him on ESPN, you got him on Fox, you got him on, I think somebody came on and said they're on, I think it was a Pat McAfee show, or no, it was Barstool. No, it was Pat McAfee. He used to chopping up Brock Lesnar because the Colts were in Minnesota, for whatever case may be, and they're chopping it up, whatever. And they're talking about, let's go hunting. Let's do an episode on your range. Let's go hunting and pass out to Brock. And Brock's saying, yeah, I hunt boar, elk, deer. And he starts lowering his voice, and they start doing the what chant. And he starts doing his whole Stone Cold Steve Austin shtick. And everybody's like, yo, watch Brock Lesnar. Like, that's actually Brock Lesnar. Like, this is actually the Brock outside. And the moment he came back, you kind of realized that this is a different side of Brock. And fuck is Brock Lesnar crying on the ring? You never see this man break down the way he did. That was real genuine. That's that was a real genuine thing you got to see. Paul Heyman bawling in tears.
Yeah.
I saw Paul Heyman bawling in tears. Paul Heyman's supposed to be the GOAT. You got him so emotional. We got the fact that we got to see, and we ended up watching a Brock Lesnar farewell tour for the past 3 years. Since TKO finally became a thing, is probably the most shocking thing. You don't realize it, right? We knew. Styles says he was done in 2 years, and literally was done in exactly 2 years. Cena said after Mania, "This is my final run." Going up until December. At the end of the calendar year, I'm gone. So we knew. Nobody knew Lesnar was going to retire. Now, maybe he retired out of disagreements of TKO.
Okay,
that could be. I know there's a theory out that's actually a thing. That he was pissed off at what TKO tried to do with the match itself, and what better way to say fuck you to your boss than to retire? What are you gonna do? You can't. We're firing you. No, I just retired on live TV. If word came out, you actually fired me. All hell's gonna break loose. You're gonna lose so much because of that.
I I think like I get it. I get everything you just said. I just think like WWE likes doing that last minute swerve, and I think that's what we're getting here. I think when Lesnar put his gear down, I think that, in my opinion, yes, it normally just signifies you're done. I just think that that was his last Mania match. I think the fact that SummerSlam is in his hometown, and then you have the whole thing with Heyman owing Gunther a favor, which nobody knows right now. And then obviously Gunther saying like there's no alliance between Paul Heyman and him. I think they're cooking up something here.
Imagine Heyman.
It could be. It could be. They did that storyline. I know it sounds stupid now, but they probably did it as a just in case if Brock was really retiring type scenario, because there were rumblings that Mania could be Brock's last match too. He might not wait till.
Yeah, there was no.
It could be to do that out there.
There was no smoke to that, which is crazy because now it actually became the actual thing.
Yeah. So my thinking is this is just an extra layer. This is an extra layer for when if Brock says, "Okay, I'll wrestle SummerSlam, my last retirement. It'll be Gunther the career killer versus Brock Lesnar. I lose, I have to retire."
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to set that match up. Maybe that's why they threw that storyline. But if nothing happens and we're getting closer and closer to the SummerSlam season, and we see Gunther hasn't done anything and there's no movement, I think eventually this is just going to lead to if when Braun Breaker becomes world champion against Roman Reigns at some point, I think we're going to get Gunther versus Braun.
Mr. SummerSlam retiring at SummerSlam.
And just no shot at all to our fourth member, Mitch, who couldn't be here with us. But just know that Gunther is going to beat the brakes out of LA Knight.
Oh yeah.
I saw that segment with Gunther, and then LA Knight came in the picture. I was like, oh, LA Knight is cooked. And I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. That's the reality between WWE and LA Knight. Like they hype you up and they kind of like they're like, you know what? We're giving this push to LA Knight, all for them just to like pull the plug, and everybody's disappointed. So
hooray, we'll give you all bells and whistles and psych.
Yeah. So, and I know Mitch is a big LA Knight fan, and I like LA Knight myself, but once I saw that, like them crossing paths, I was like, oh, LA Knight's in trouble.
It's over. 5-minute squash match.
But going back to Gunther, I think there will be somewhat of an alliance between him and Heyman down the road again. Gunther did him the favor of taking out Seth Rollins and whatnot. And now with Braun Breaker, now Paul Heyman obviously doesn't need Gunther, but Gunther at some point will need Paul Heyman. Whether it's
could we get Gunther as the new leader of the division?
I was thinking about that like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
As the new, aka Seth Rollins of the division.
You think Gunther puts away Braun Breaker and says, "All right, move over, Bucko," and then prepares a match down the line?
It's
what look better if you keep everybody everybody there and say, "Hey, swap out Breaker for Gunther." Does that work?
Braun Breaker doesn't need Paul Heyman. That's the thing.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm gonna say Braun before he got injured, he was rumored to eventually. Yeah, I know he was supposed to have Seth Rollins supposed to be for the title. He was supposed to win and everything like that. I know they had to pivot and everything like that. But
my thing is like Braun Breaker.
You could put Braun as a baby face, which was rumored a long time ago to win a championship.
Yeah, I just think like Braun Breaker he's better as a lone wolf kind of guy, whether you put him as a baby face or a heel, whatever, right?
They're just grooming him to be that guy.
Right. And we've seen what Gunther has done with a faction. So it makes sense. Like, if you want to put like Gunther as the new leader of the Vision and then having things his way, obviously due to the struggles of, the injuries behind Braun Breaker, who's now back, and then Bronson Reed, right? So I think I personally think putting Gunther as a leader, I think it would do more wonders to the vision, because then I think wrestling fans could take them serious. With Braun Breaker's a hothead. He's going to do whatever he wants. So there's no clear cut leadership, right? There's no
mastermind.
Yeah, exactly. And
Listen, they messed up that spear. That spear spot got messed up at Mania. If it actually would have connected the way it should have and how they wanted to, it probably would have been like a top 10 Mania moment all time.
Yeah, a full bro. He went an 80-yard dash to just do this.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, just imagine though he actually landed it the way it's supposed to be.
We're talking about a rhino gore now, not even a spear, like a rhino gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was a little.
Let's go on. All right, our last WWE topic before we move on to AEW is that WWE has signed top New Japan Pro Wrestling star. So according to PW Insider, they have signed Evil, who is, I mean, there's no confirmation, but he is rumored to be in a relationship with Io Sky. And again, he has done a lot in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, never open weight champion, 6-time 6-man tag team champion, IWGP tag team champion. I mean, this guy has done it all in New Japan, and to acquire his talent, I think that's a big plus for WWE. Now, the rumor has it is, where is he going to debut? Now, I personally think it's going to be NXT. If you didn't,
that's where he wanted to go. NXT.
Yeah, and if you didn't catch NXT last Tuesday, you saw a segment backstage where Tony D'Angelo received a box with I think it was like in Japanese lettering. I think that's going to indicate the debut of Evil. So I think Evil is on his way to NXT, and again, a great signing for WWE. WWE,
he's gonna make a push this year.
Yeah. And you know what? Evil helps the NXT roster because they're looking a little fragile with all the call-ups and the releases and everything like that, and the whole shakeup. So he definitely helps the NXT brand going forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to AEW, where a former world champion returned on Dynamite. So again, if you didn't catch AEW, you saw the return of this Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Joe. Good to see Samoa Joe back. I mean, he's been injured since January. Now
he's also shooting the other Twisted Metal thing too.
Right. But it's weird because the injury, like we don't know what it was. Like so I don't think there's been any reports on that. But yeah, he picked up the victory in less than 2-3 minutes, right? And up in the ramp, seen shaking hands with Hook, who's been running the op in Joe's absence. So it looks like Joe and Hook back together on the same page. And it's going to be interesting because Hook said that he was going to recruit people for the ops, but he hasn't done so. So seeing Samoa Joe back is definitely a plus.
You're right.
All right, so Darby Allin, the new AEW World Champion. Now, again, he's gotten criticized, or AEW has gotten criticized. Oh, why would you put the champion on Darby Allin? He's not championship, world championship material. I think anybody could be world championship material. And now that this has set in, right? For me, I just didn't like the way it happened so quick. I think there should have been a bigger buildup to Darby Allin securing the AEW World Championship. But now that he has, right? Mm-hmm. Who do you think dethrones Darby Allin?
Who?
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 names in mind, but I'll let you go first.
Go ahead. I'll keep thinking.
My two are Will Ospreay is being one,
Okay.
and then my second one is one of the original four pillars, who was sort of like a dark horse wild card. I would say would be Jack Perry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not bad. That's not a bad option. I am going to go. I'm going to go with. I don't even know.
I'll make it easy for you. I think I'm going with MJF. I think MJF.
No, see, I don't know.
I think MJF, claims the championship again. And if it's not MJF, right, because it's cheating or not, I like the Will Ospreay option. Maybe I'll go with Swerve Strickland.
I wouldn't mind seeing Swerve. However, I don't think that's going to be a thing. What's old boy's name? He was the underling for Christian.
You mean Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne. I'm Nick Wayne. There you go, Nick Wayne. I want to say Bruce so fucking bad because it's like no, I'll go Nick Wayne. Yeah. That's what I think. I think Nick Wayne had an opportunity.
Even though like there is a championship match this upcoming Wednesday on Dynamite, we could see Brody King maybe beat Darby, but I mean to have Darby world champion for just 2 weeks and then I don't know.
The next thing I could
why would you have a guy, especially with that much firepower and a fan base, have the belt for not even a month?
I'm gonna say a name. I'm disappointed Soto didn't say it. Tommaso Ciampa.
Bullshit.
If it was
I'm gonna say in the future, and here's my reason why, because the interview he just had talking about it.
Yeah, no, I think with Tommaso Ciampa, it would have happened last week, but I think what's gonna happen is maybe Darby.
No, they're gonna build him up. They're just give it to him.
Build him up. He won the belt his first match at AEW, lost it 10 days later. Get the fuck out of here. Johnny Gargano got a better shot when the time comes when Gargano goes to AEW. He'll do the same thing. He's gonna win a belt, and then Ciampa's gonna beat him a week later. That's how it's gonna be. AEW, where superstars become mid in a matter of days.
Oh my god!
I don't think Tommaso Ciampa, one of the best wrestlers in NXT, goes up top. He got nothing going on. Leaves, goes to AEW, wins the belt. The first time Soto took off on his flight, Ciampa was champ. By the time he landed, Ciampa lost the belt.
You know what's crazy? I met Ciampa last month at the big event. So he was one of the few superstars that I met, and the fact that he takes the time to like actually talk to like fans, I definitely appreciate that. Like they don't have to take all this time.
Oh, definitely.
He took like at least like I think it was like 5 to 8 minutes to talk to me. So then I was just like, I think I forgot what I asked him. I think it was I asked him like I'm happy that you found your
you said that I'm at peace again.
Yeah, you're happy, and he was like, I'm just happy to have fun again. That's exactly what he said, and it just shows what he's doing in NXT and AEW. He's having so much fun. So
I get it. Yeah.
If you're not enjoying your job, what's the point of being at that job?
Well, that's the thing. That's the one thing I will say. I've noticed like a lot of people that's been either chose not to renew their contract release or just flat out cut from, or just didn't choose to renew. They said that it wasn't fun for them anymore. So, like, if you notice, that's sort of a trend that's been happening with WWE because we know WWE was going to push Zeta Steel, but she said, quote unquote, she was losing her passion. She went back to AEW, ROH, and she said she found it again. Then you look at what you just said now, Tommaso Ciampa. There's just been so many. Elena Black. There's been so many that said they started to lose their passion.
Yeah, because WWE
is it really WWE?
I don't know. I just feel like WWE implements so many restrictions that's like, all right, and this is just an example. Now I don't know. This is a rumor, right? When it comes to traveling and hotel and whatnot, AEW covers all of that. Now, when it comes to WWE, it's out of pocket. So
that's why you see wrestlers. When you're home in Orlando, it's they got all the nice things. Do you know what all these elite wrestlers, the top of the top? Do you know where they work out at? Planet Fitness. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and Planet Fitness getting their workouts in.
Yeah,
when you're at home, you're in Orlando. You're at the NXT facility.
Yeah,
crazy.
And another thing I wanted to add, talking to Tommaso, he mentioned, right? Obviously he went through the tag team match that was showcased at what was it? Was it Mania or SummerSlam?
SummerSlam. His last appearance was SummerSlam.
Yeah. So he said that he didn't want to be in a tag team anymore. So again, WWE was forcing that partnership between him and Johnny Gargano because there was a lot of history there and whatnot, right? But he wanted to be a single star. So, that's where he's like, all right, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to extend my contract because if I extend my contract, I'm going to see more of the same. So he left WWE, signed with AEW, and, he's been a single star for them week in and week out. So, I mean, right now it looks like it's paying off for him. Let's go to a quick Buddy Matthews update. Someone who we haven't seen in 14 months, but there's I know. Don't disrespect Buddy Matthews. But he does give a positive update. So he's back. I think he's back in the ring training, right? And the
injury.
Yeah, the comeback is on its way. So what happened was he messed up his ankle back in December 2025, right? And it was because the ring they had, it was a weird ring. It was a smaller ring, but
fugazi.
Landing on the ring, he kind of messed up his ankle, and he's been out 14 months. So hopefully we get to see him soon, right? And our last topic, and let me apologize to one person.
Me.
Let me apologize to Brandon Lee because I never, ever, ever thought.
First off, why the fuck you say my entire government for one? Sue, go ahead.
Never, ever, ever did I believe that Lucha Underground was coming back. I
want you to know, pack your fucking bags. We're going.
Okay.
I want you to know now. Albuquerque, New Mexico, all them cities in New Mexico, Texas, Baja, California. We are going on a road trip, boys. We are going to Lucha Underground.
Okay.
You know, fucking tease.
So for those questioning, wait, how do you know this or whatnot? So the official Twitter account of Lucha Underground,
was reactivated,
which has been inactive since 2019, right? Posted a short video teasing a possible comeback. It's labeled soon ... And in the video you just see a mask, and then in Spanish it says más, which is more. So that indicates that I think Lucha Underground is making a return.
It's over.
Yep.
I wonder if they're gonna make that like a brand, like AAA.
It's over.
I don't know, and mind you, I don't know who owns Lucha Underground.
TKO.
It don't matter.
Which a lot of fans are not happy about.
We don't care. Does not matter. The fact you have a brand, they can say, "All right, we'll do
it." It's gonna get TKO. It's done. It's over.
First off, if y'all don't know about Johnny Mundo, you will know about Johnny Mundo. holy shit. That means Ricochet can go back to his old ways and not speak to nobody and be in a fucking mask and be the best wrestler on the fucking planet. Everybody's like, yo, who's that guy? Like, yo, we all know who this is. He's a mute. He just can't, speak.
At this point in time, Ricochet will never go back to WWE.
You don't have to.
He's
going to
I don't know. So Lucha Underground right now is currently owned by United Artists Media Group, right? Now,
like the theater.
Listen, I don't know. I'm just reading what's in the internet, right? But a lot of several superstars, right? Former Lucha Underground wrestlers have already expressed their excitement on the potential return of Lucha Underground. And to be honest with you, I am super, super excited because, yes, WWE has a lot of Lucha Underground talent. So does AEW. So I don't know how this is all going to work. But, just the fact that, they're,
You know what I'm thinking? I just thought about
MGM production.
Not even that. Remember the rumored WWE expansion into Europe, which we're supposed to have NXT Europe?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be NXT Europe, but disguised as Lucha Underground. I think this is going to be the international version of NXT, but they're going to use Lucha Underground name for it. That's what I'm calling it.
Listen, we'll see. And that's if WWE takes the mantle, right? We don't know what's going to happen going further, other than the fact that it's a potential return, and we might be seeing it soon. So I'm super excited about it. So.
Nah, fuck that.
Yo, that fist pump makes me believe the Knicks hit a 3.
Yes. Yes. I'm trying to hide the hand references the entire time.
Yeah, no, I see your little body language, and I was like, all right, Knicks scored.
Yeah, we're good to go. But yeah, never that. That's also that's more important. But more important, yes, Knicks hit 3. Hit another one, bitch. Hit another one. Shoot that bitch. Anyways, more importantly, the fact that we're getting Lucha Underground on TV again, I give it 18 months. I give it 18 months that we're going to see Lucha Underground putting actual product on the floor. And there's so much talent. That's probably the best part. The best part of see your pop going crazy too.
Yeah, you hear that, right? I apologize to our viewers, but I can't contain pops. I really can't.
So that's the good thing now. And I think the best part of this actually being a thing is the fact that TNA is back on TV. Oh, good deal. So you have all that going on, and then next thing you know, you have AEW has 2 shows a week, sometimes 3. WWE has 3 shows a week. TNA has a show on the week. It doesn't matter where you put. I mean, and New Japan I think is on Access, but that's like pick a random day of the week at like 2 a.m. Right? But now you have a chance to have another wrestling show on as an option. It's perfect. And it's like you could tell like no one's gonna actually chime in unless you're actually gonna want to dive in. But there's so much wrestling available.
Yeah.
Like I know WWE is locked into anything TKO WWE related, they're sticking there. Yeah. AEW has free reign, right? You can leave and do whatever you want to do as long as you do your own shows. I think TNA does the same thing for the most part. So off the top of your head, besides Ricochet, he'll probably be Prince Puma again.
Yeah.
How many wrestlers do you
we don't know, but that's the thing. We don't know. We don't know who owns we don't know like who takes that leadership, right?
Well, UA is MGM. So MGM Grand, MGM Channel.
Yeah.
That and then the library for all the work is Warner Brothers.
My thing is like, all right, so it says according to the net, the brand remains under the ownership of UAMG, right? And there has been no verified deals transferring ownership to WWE or any other major promotion as of
right now. It's by itself.
So right now it's by itself.
It says right now, as of this year, the TKO Holdings Group, the WWE parent company, reportedly purchased the rights to Lucha Underground in 2026.
So how soon was that article? Was that like as of like 4 weeks ago, or was it like?
I don't know. I don't see a date on it, but it says that
Oh,
they
okay,
were owned by
so it's not
they were owned by
confirmed,
the
but
they were
all
owned by the
but
MGM before.
Okay.
yeah,
They were owned by the subsidy of MGM
Listen,
and
all I
Warner
know
Media.
is that it's on its way back,
yeah.
and I
So
am
just
super
just
excited.
out of conversation before we wrap shit up, who would you want to see? Because there's a couple of guys you can see already who the retirement dates for these guys are on the way. And by
You're
the
gonna
way,
get you're gonna get
we're saying
you're
this
gonna
years
get
ago.
Rey Mysterio involved, the Lucha.
Rey
The
Mysterio is
WWE
either
is gonna be,
Henry said it. He goes, Rey Mysterio is dealing with the injury. He won't be around. All of a sudden, he brings back his original fucking jump through the
Rey
fucking ramp
Mysterio,
to the stage. Like, oh, you got bad knees to avoid Gunther, and now
Penta,
he's
Rey
doing stuff
Phoenix.
for
I mean,
Mania.
definitely Ray Phoenix, Pentagon. If you really want to, like, let's say if it's under WWE like umbrella, right?
Take five. Take five out of WWE specifically.
Okay, that what?
Who you will see on
Okay, easy. So we're gonna see.
You're gonna have let's try not to do major stars because we know how WWE. Let's do the ones that are not really like
for retirees. So obviously, Rey Mysterio is going to be gone. Rey Mysterio is going to be there. Who
Rey
else?
Mysterio will probably be the one who runs the creative, like how.
Okay. All right. So I'm definitely gonna go with.
Let's build this here.
I'm gonna say Dragon Lee.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
He's not really being used yet.
I'm gonna say Ray Phoenix and Penta. I think they're gonna be somewhat involved if it's WWE. I'm gonna say. Oh, Dominic Mysterio, right? And our fourth one, it's probably my favorite one, probably Javon Evans.
Javon Evans, Lucha Underground. Okay. Hey, what you got?
Javon Evans.
You pick the same thing. That's cool. But if you got anybody else,
no. I'm thinking more of like the people who are not used or have any direction. Per se, obviously, I know they're gonna have the top guys involved. You cannot have Lucha Underground without Rey Mysterio or Eden, Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one. As Rick Kunsa for the throwback for those who don't know him.
Yeah.
Io Sky.
Yep.
Everybody forgets Io Sky was part of it too.
I just
think Kyrie's not there because Kyrie would have been.
I just think
dope.
Hey, okay, hold on. I think one person, if he were to like, make his way, and I think it makes a lot of sense before we end this. I think Jeff Cobb, aka JC Mateo, aka Matanza Cortez.
Yeah. Where the fuck has he been? Okay, that's 8. Okay. We got something lined up here. What else we got in mind?
I mean, and then there's some like I don't know, but that's the thing because it's like there's some like important characters from Lucha Underground still.
Johnny Mundo is going to be there.
I mean, he's under contract.
He's under contract.
And then the same thing goes with Brian Cage.
Whoa.
Like he's under AEW contract. So I think
you can get throwback names like Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah,
I think run it. Him and Ray would definitely be something.
I think what we need to do is first figure out who really like is running it, and once we get clarity of like, oh, it's WWE, then we can throw out all names, or if it's AEW, then we can throw out names, or if it's like an independent company, then we can throw out names. You know what I'm saying?
We're running it. Give me 5 AEW.
You know who would be an interesting one? Jake Hager. Remember you used to be involved in it.
I'll give you one. Right
slapboxing now. He said fuck. He said fuck Tony Khan. He wanted a slapbox competition.
No, I'll give you a name right now, real quick. Aleister Black.
Oh God! All right, that'll wrap it up for today's episode. That could actually happen. Angelina Vega.
I was going to say that. I have a feeling that.
There's also low hanging fruit because they all got cut. But in reality, you can throw everybody who just got cut.
I could see
join there.
If they make Lucha Underground like a promotional thing where they do it in Europe. Let's say it's not like an American basement. You can have American stars cross over and obviously do whatever, but it would make sense for them to bring Kyrie back to be part of that brand so she could be closer to her home.
That's true.
Facts.
It's very fair.
You never know. It could be almost anything. We don't really know what the long-term plan is. We just know these releases. Do they suck? Absolutely. I feel for them just because it's just how the day and age of how everything gets out before they can announce it is absolutely terrible. But I know a lot of times for a lot of wrestlers, they're very resilient and
we got double back
they'll
on
wind up
this.
somewhere.
We got double back on a hypotheticals. They're to create a hypothetical
Mhm.
Lucha Underground. I'm excited.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, get excited for Lucha Underground, baby. I love that. I love the idea. I saw that video. I was like, this is AI. And then the fact that
it's just like I don't know if they're gonna bring back like old people. Like for example, like Min Muertes, he's right now in AAA, right? Brian Cage, he's in AEW. Eva Lise, she's a free agent, and she's already expressed interest, right? That'd
be a full circle moment for her to be back
yeah.
under WWE umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, the Mac also mentioned Willie Mack, who's signed under Ring of Honor. He's already expressed interest. Pentagon Jr. We mentioned in WWE, Phoenix WWE, Prince Puma in AEW, and then Johnny Mundo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Mario Negro, Johnny Mundo, King Cuerno.
Yeah, but we'll find out. We'll find out more.
Nightclaw. Exo, yeah. Henry's favorite Exolicious and Black Lotus.
No, I remember those ones with the roster. God,
Texano Jr.
So, I can see Chavo. Chavo's another name I can see about him.
Yeah,
Desmond X, Antonio Cueto, Derek Cueto.
We'll see.
You can't have Lucha Underground without Conan or Hernandez.
Dr. Wagner.
To be honest with you, I don't think you can have Lucha Underground without what's his name?
Carly Molina?
No, Dario Cueto. Dario Cueto or Dario Cueto, whatever. He was like the guy, the voice, the El Jefe.
Yeah.
So you can't have Lucha Underground without him because it's not going to be the same.
Do you think you see the Guerrero's daughter, Shao, show up?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like I think what we can see is we're probably going to
Matt Striker.
I don't know.
I'm on the roster right now, yo.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's. I think. I don't know. It's a whole question mark, but I'm excited at the potential of the return. So, I mean, it did end in the cliffhanger the last time in 2019.
Yo, imagine so much time goes by and you start right from that spot.
if it does, that'd be genius. But I know it's going to be like a whole new world, new thing, and that's the thing. I love like the unique backstage segments in Lucha Underground, and then again, it was just something different, right? And when it was on TV, it was must see. So I'm excited for it.
Do we see the return of Tommy Dreamer, or is he just chilling in Yonkers, just hanging out?
Yeah, he's chilling with Bubba Ray.
Well, so those listen, they got it, and it becomes a full thing. By the way, what if the Lord leaves WWE to join Lucha Underground? Everybody knows as Wade Barrett. Is he even healthy to compete anymore?
I think he is. I think he just doesn't want to.
Come on, Mike. Do Lucha Underground once in a while, that'd be a great idea. But yeah, I don't know. Only one could imagine. We gotta run this back and have a hypothetical breakdown of how do you build Lucha Underground. I'm with that. But that being said, that'll do it for us in today's episode of the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. We appreciate you tuning in week in and week out. If you haven't seen anything or watched any or heard anything, listened to anything, the link tree is going from right to left. You could check us out. If you're not checking us out live, we are everywhere. Everywhere there is, all your social media from Threads to Twitter or X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You name it, we're on it. We're all over the place. We're on all our audios, wherever you get your podcast from. That includes Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You name it, we're on it. And yeah, so if you want to see the playbacks, we're playbacks on YouTube and Twitter. If you want to check us out, hit us up. If not, hit the link tree as you see right there going across. So from us to you guys, catch y'all next time.
Take care. Thanks for tuning in.
Later, everyone.